So as you start scrolling down, you see how the screens are moving and the scoring starts to change. This is how you monitor your credit efficiently. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode at Novarise Invest, your channel for financial education. So today's video, it's going to be about credit once again. It is very important for us to understand our credit, to better monitor our credit, and to stay on top of it so we can either qualify for the best rates possible, we can get the best score out there, and why not just open up a lot of other opportunities and new jobs that we might be in the search for. So today I wanted to talk about a tool that I came across the other day, and that has proven to be very, very useful in a way that it will help you have a much better relationship, not only with your credit, but also with your money. And why not? It can also help you better monitor your personal information and keep it safe against fraud. So this tool that I'm about to share with you today, it's a one-stop shop. It allows you to see everything in one place. It will help you see the due date, how much money you owe, how much do you have to pay, and at the same time, will give you the tools to better manage it in a way that you can have an action plan in place and improve that credit in the shortest amount of time possible. So without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce you this amazing tool, and that is ScoreMaster. Before we start, let me remind you to subscribe to this channel and hit the notifications button. So here we are in ScoreMaster's dashboard. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through the amazing features, the capabilities that you can actually tap into. And like I said, become better at managing that relationship between you, your money, your credit, while also staying on top of your personal information and prevent identity theft. So the first thing I wanted to do is to quickly walk you through the dashboard, right? So right here, you're going to see a feature that's called Score Tracker. And in essence, what it will do is to help you monitor your accounts at a very high level. And in a little bit, we're going to go over in deep into what each of these categories have to offer. But in the meantime, I just want to quickly go over them at a high level. You also have Score Builder. And this is, let's say, a tool that would allow you to have actionable items that you can take step by step to improve your credit and next amount of time. And over here, we have Score Boot. And in fact, this is actually my favorite out of all the tools because it's very interactive. It's gonna allow you to do simulations and help you see how your credit can either improve or, go down in the event that you choose to spend more money. And down here, you're going to see a certain grade that's allocated to your particular score, as well as access to the 3 bureaus score. So the first thing we're going to do here is to quickly go over Score Tracker. So you're going to come and click on View Now. And once you're inside here, you're going to see a breakdown of the different type of scores. And the scores that you see here are going to be based on the Vantage 3, okay? So this is not the FICO score, but it's based on the Vantage score. And for those who have never heard about the Vantage score, that's the same credit score that you will see in your Credit Karma application. Although Credit Karma is not as complete as this tool right here. So you're here in Score Tracker, right? And you will have access to see what your credit score is, your auto score, which is the scoring that car dealerships utilize, your insurance score, yes, car insurance, health insurance, anything that's insurance related, they also use an insurance score. And over here, we have the higher risk index. Remember what I mentioned at the beginning, that sometimes when you go and apply for certain jobs, they might want to check your credit. So your hiring index is going to show how much of a risk you are for a certain company in the event that they want to hire you. In fact, let me just open them one by one. So here you go, your score tracker. 639, it shows that you're standing at a D grade, which is at the poor level, meaning you have a number of issues with your credit, right? So, and again, this is just a sample account where it shows some issues. So that way you can see the full features that this tool has to offer. So let's assume that you're here, right? And if you're not, congratulations, it's great that you're not. But for those who might be in this situation or maybe doing a little bit less than this and are looking for ways to improve your credit, check this out, okay? So it shows you that you are at a D grade and that you are under the poor category, which shows you have a number of issues in your credit, and that this is where you're standing in comparison with the rest of Americans, right? And so as you scroll down, it's going to show you, okay, so these are the positive factors that are helping your credit score. So explanation 1, what you can do, and then the negative score factors that are impacting your score at a negative level, and, you know, take into account, okay, each and one of them and reviewing them to see what actions you can take. You can expand this, or you can just close the tab and then just go ahead and open the next one, and so on until you have gone through each and single one of them to better understand where your credits stand. And once again, this tool, it's using the Vantage score 3.0, just like you see here on the screen. Now, let's just go back and let's quickly go over your auto score. Same thing. So as you open it, it explains you what the auto score is, what is it going to be good for, and then where you stand. And then coming back here, same thing with insurance score. It gives you a tracker, where you stand, what is it, where it stands in comparison to the rest of the Americans, and what it can do for you right here. And then going back, the higher risk index, we can expand this over, and it's going to show you where you stand. So D means below normal, meaning your credit might begin to be a problem. Employers are more likely to look at the detail of your credit and ask questions. And what is your hiring risk index, right? What does it stand? So here you have below the definition, where's my hiring index and where do you stand, right? So now going back, there is an option here that shows the history of how much your credit score has been changing over time, because we all as individuals, we evolve, we all can work on our credit. Sometimes we have a little bit of a hiccups that causes our credit to go down. So there's an entire history here that shows you the changes in your credit score throughout time. You can choose to update that right here. I actually didn't do that because I wanted to wait until the recording of this episode. You can get a later version of your score by just simply clicking the arrows in blue over here, and then you'll get to see a full-blown update as of today's date. So once you click that, you're going to see that your latest score is as of 4/19/22, which is the time of the recording of this episode. And then once you go into your score tracker, you will see right here the newest day and where the score was updated. Okay, so now let's just come back here. And now I want to take you down here to the Smart Credit Report. Not to these two, I want to save it for a little bit later because I believe you'll find this section very interesting. So when you come into the score, it will give you everything you need to know, right? And a one-stop shop. So you get to see your total credit utilization, which right now is at above 36%, 6 negative items, 1 item in collection, 1 inquiry, and 2 public records. So these are the items that are affecting your score, right? And then you're going to see your total monthly payments, which involves revolving credit, that's credit card. It involves real estate, any installments, like for example, a car loan or any line of credit that you might have possibly taken. It shows you the total debt that you have accumulated so far, and that's your minimum monthly payment that you are obligated to pay on a monthly basis. This is also the monthly payment that lenders will take into account for your mortgage application. And then down here in this section, you're going to see that you have a total items of 21, which is made up of 12 accounts that you have in good standing, 13 open accounts, and then 4 closed accounts. And then over here, you're going to see where you stand with your credit score. That's a 639 with a grade of D. Like I said, this is a dummy account just to show you what your profile could look like if you have certain issues in your account and know what to look for. And by all means, it's not a representation that this should be your account or this should be my account. Okay. Now, down here, we have total creditors, and then you'll see the breakdown: 1 belonging to auto, 4 to credit card, 3 to mortgages, and 9 to, other types of accounts. And then over here, you're going to see your personal information. So we have Han Solo Jr., and then the current address, the date of birth, and then what the employer is, and then any consumer statement that your account could have. And then in here, we see Frozen and Carbonite by Bounty Hunter. That's a consumer statement, right? Then you click on the score. So there's various ways in where you can check your score. One is under the Smart Credit Report, and the other way is by doing it through Score Tracker by just clicking View Now. Okay, so back here, we're going to go straight into score. So it will give you the detailed breakdown of credit, anything that belongs to auto, and then down here to insurance. And then as you keep scrolling right, you are going to start seeing every single details that belongs to each and one of your accounts. So for example, we have Citibank right here, and it shows the account number, when it was open, and then whatever status that it could have. In this case, we have a status that is payment past due. We have one that is past due 30 days, one that is past due 60, and the other one that's 90 days. You can also choose to see a complete story right here by just clicking up on the blue font letters, and you will see a breakdown of the legend. So no activity, no ratings, payments on time, payments 30 days late, 60, and then over 90 days, just like the ones that you will see here in this breakdown. And if you want to find out more details, you just click on the details tab, and it will show you everything you need to know: the balance that you own, the type of account, whether it's a line of credit, and when was your account last verified in the system, and any transaction that it's involved in it. So right here, you have the choice to just continue to review the standing of your future accounts, or you can come here right on this section and take action to remediate some of these issues that you might have. So when you come here and hit on take action, you have the choice to either resolve anything that's related to credit report, anything that's related to the actual account, or any debt negotiation. So if you click on credit report questions, then you can request for some of these items to be corrected. So whether it's correct the credit report inaccuracy, request a goodwill removal, or just simply by stating that this is not your account, or that you want to report any type of identity theft. So let's say you want to report identity theft. All you got to do is just to click on that and then just hit next, and report this account as possible identity theft to Citibank NA, and then voila. You will select the reason, report this account as identity theft, and then you have the option to leave a note. Please, I don't know, please go over the details of this account as it is not mine, and then please remove, or something like that, right? And you hit next, and it will be sent straight directly into the bank, and action confirm, and you just hit done. This is what I mean by having everything in a one-stop shop. Normally the way it will happen is that you will, check your credit report, whether it's from Credit Karma or any of the applications that you may have in your phone, and then you're gonna find out an issue with one of your accounts. Then you're gonna either have to manually send a letter, or call a 1-800 number, or create an account in one of the bureaus so you can dispute it. But here in this system with Score Masters, you can do everything as you are seeing it on the platform. So you don't necessarily need to log out of the platform or log back into another platform. You take care of everything here as you're checking all the other accounts. And as you move along, you have another account here. You have Regions Mortgage. You can check out the summary right here. The details is that this is a mortgage. It was last verified on this day. What's your highest balance? How long is going to be the mortgage for? Any type of transactions that you want to highlight, and then any issues that you should be paying attention to. And as you can see here, there are 2 months and where they are payments that were 30 days late. And you can also check out the complete history to see where you lined up. So that's where you see here back in 2017, in the months of June and November, there are late payments. This could be the result of an error. This could be you paying late. And if it's like that, then there's no action for you to take because you did in fact pay late. But if there's an inaccuracy right here, you can come here and then just simply click on take action and then just try to resolve this. So let's say you want to ask a question, account issues, verify your account, then you come here and then you select the reason. My account car is lost or stolen, or close my account, whatever is it that you need to do, you can take care of it once again in a one-stop shop, depending on the issue that you might be facing. Okay, now going back to Score Masters, and we're just going to check into the account. Another thing that I want you to pay attention to is the public records tab, because I've seen countless cases where somebody have had their credit score being dragged down and they have no clue what was happening. So always check your public records, make sure that they're not impacting your credit score. And if there is, find a way to resolve it. So for example, in this dummy account, we can see samples of civil judgments placed against you, or any federal tax lien that's placed against you. So you come here, you check on the details, and then you figure out what you can do about it, right? Same thing with inquiries. You can check the amount of inquiries that you might see here. And then based on the accuracy of those inquiries, you can verify whether your account has been either compromised or whether that in fact was one of your inquiries. Now, let's just head back to the dashboard. Now I want to take you to Score Builder. Now, this feature right here, Score Builder, only gets activated if you have issues in your account. If you don't have any issues in your account, let's say you have the perfect credit score, that feature right here will not be activated. However, that is not to say that this tool will not be beneficial for you, because down the line, we're going to talk about identity fraud insurance, which comes with a membership of this tool, right? So let's just come back to Score Builder, open up. And as you can see, 120 days to better credit. And then you're going to click here and continue, and then review your current status. And let's just keep going and see, okay, what's happening with your score. So once again, this is more of like an action plan. It's indicating what's helping your score here. So there's no action that needs to be done here, but it doesn't hurt for you to review what are some of the good practices that you are implementing that are actually helping with your account. So you check them out here, and then you check it here, make sure all this information is accurate. And then once you're done here, you move on to the next one. And it's showing you, okay, so what's hurting your score here? So these are the accounts that are hurting it. And then the score effect, it's lowering it. So you get to see what exactly happened with each of these accounts that are lowering your score. Oh, you got 2 payments that were late 30 days. And then over here, oh, you got 8 payments that were paid 90 days. And then another issue here, oh, another payment that was paid 90 days late, and yada, yada, all the way until you see the categories available for you to actually take action. So if you come here, action pending, some of these actions were canceled. This was the history of the things that you have decided to take action about. So it will show you a history here. And then if you want to proceed and take more action, you just head on take action. And so you'll see all 5 problems account here. And it will give you the option on how you want to fix it, whether it's by fixing an error, by requesting a goodwill correction, paying off debt, or reporting this as an account being stolen by someone, or a result of identity theft. So let's say, for example, that this was the result of a reporting issue, that you were in fact not late 30 days, right here. Maybe you paid that on time, but for some reason it didn't show. So you want to fix this. So you come here and you request for the error to be fixed, and then you select the reason. I was never late on my account, and then you say, please correct the payment that was marked 30 days late because I pay on, and then you say whatever the day. So you have X, and then that, and then this date. So you hit next. And then correcting a credit reporting inaccuracy, blah, 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 confirm. This is all part of the membership that comes with Score Master. So you don't have to pay any additional stamp fees or anything like that. Everything comes all together. And then once you're done with your actions, let's say there's nothing else for you to correct, you just finish with actions, and then voila. Now, back to the dashboard. Now let's move on to my favorite part, which is score boost. But before we do that, if you're enjoying this episode, do not forget to hit the like button right here so you can help this episode rank and help others like you looking for information of this kind. So with score boost, we're going to come here and view and change plan. And I was actually playing with some of these numbers yesterday because I wanted to really, get some insights as to how the credit will look like if I choose to pay or spend more money. So we're going to start right here. So I'm right at 0.0, right? So nothing has been spent, nothing has been paid, and this is my current score, right? But let's say, for example, I managed to, get some money from a side gig that I was working and I have available $1,500 to pay down. So as you start scrolling down, you see how the screens are moving and the scoring starts to change. So let's say, for example, I want to pay down $1,500. So I move it until in March 15, so 1,505. And it shows you the order in which account you should be paying first. So you start with the Amex right here, and it even shows you the amount you should be allocating to each of these accounts. And it will show you when this will next be updated on, which is in 14 days. So based on what I can see here, this is sorted by the fastest achievable point, which means it's how fast the change or the pay down is going to be reported to the lender so that your account can be updated as soon as possible. So you start off with Amex, followed by Citibank, and then by Capital One, which will be reported within 25 days. And it shows you the amount that you'll be paying down. $735.40, $749.40, and $20 over here down on the Citi account. But let's say you don't have a side. Maybe the most you can pay down is a couple of $100. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. So pay down what you have. Let's say you want to pay down $320, and you will see the account shifting again. So now you're going to pay $156.75, and then you're going to pay $142.75 or $20 right here down in the Citi. So this is if you choose to pay down your debt. But if, let's say, for example, you stumble upon an emergency, or maybe you need to access your credit card again, and you need to put, I don't know, $3,000 in debt. So now we're going to move this to the left, and it will show you a simulation of how much your credit score could potentially be impacted by that spend. So if you choose to spend $3,080, there's a chance that your score will go down to approximately 607. Why do I say approximately and not give you an accurate confirmed number? Because things happen, right? You could do a simulation, but it doesn't mean you're going to spend that money. You could do a simulation that you will pay $1,500, but you might not pay them. You might end up paying $1,200 for all I know. So these are just projections. There's no way to confirm that that will in fact be your credit score, because so many other things could be happening in the background. Maybe your identity got stolen. Maybe somebody opened up a credit card with your account. Maybe you got a judgment against you and you were unaware of it. So this is assuming that as long as everything stays still and as long as everything remains the same, if you choose to pay down, this will be the score that you will be expecting to see. And if you choose to spend more money, then you can see here on the left side, this is how much you should expect your score to drop down to. Okay, now we're going to come back to ScoreMaster's dashboard, and we already went over this top part. And now I want to show you that you can also, with the membership, get access to all 3 credit bureau reports, and it's all complimentary with the membership as long as you request it once a month. So I know at this point, a lot of you are probably antsy to find out how much are they charging for the membership. Well, the membership usually goes for $27.95 a month. But because ScoreMasters came to us to do a collaboration, we were able to negotiate on your behalf to reduce that fee. And as opposed to paying $27.95, you will get a special offer of paying $24.95 a month to get access to this tool. And this tool offers more than just the report. And just so you know, the report in itself, if you were to order them on your own, they will cost you approximately $30. But because you have a membership with ScoreMasters, you will get access to a free report on a monthly basis. And I want to emphasize the monthly basis part, because if you choose to get a second report later down in the same month, you're going to have to pay for it. But as long as you parse it out with 1 month at a time, you shouldn't be expected to pay more for the report, because it's one free 3-bureau report on a monthly basis. So let's say, for example, today it is April 19. That means if you do request a free credit report from the 3 bureaus today on 4/19, that means you're going to have to wait exactly 1 month from today to get another free report from the 3 bureaus. But if you cannot wait, let's say somewhere and at the end of April, you needed to get access to an updated version of it, you needed all the 3 bureaus, that's when you hit order, and that's when they're going to charge you $30 for the reports. But as long as you don't need to do that, it is part of the membership. Now, for those users who might still be wondering, well, I don't think this is a product for me because I have good credit, I don't need to take any action. Let me show you this component out of it, because ScoreMasters also has a money manager feature, which allows you to see all accounts that you may possibly have. This not only makes the management part of it easier because you can see everything once again in one platform. You get to see how much cash do you have available, how much debt do you have available, any recent transactions that you might have taken out of all of your cards, because yes, I know you can access each and one of your credit cards individually or each and one of your accounts individually, but there's nothing better than having everything in a one-stop shop where you know for a fact where the charges are heading to and where you're actually paying it from. And it allows you to save time and not having to log in and out into multiple different accounts, but you can see everything in one dashboard and see or find any transactions that might not seem familiar. So like, let's say here, for example, oh, Netflix, I don't have a Netflix account, and yet I'm being charged Netflix on April 18th. So then you can go ahead and dispute that right away from the same platform. You don't need to get out. You don't need to log on, having to call a 1-800 number or anything like that. You can do everything in one single platform. Any payments due, you'll see all the payments due in one single place, so that way you don't miss anything. It will show you also any spending trends that you might have, anything that you can possibly cut out. So let's say, for example, clothing, you spend a certain amount of clothing right here under this category, 188 wasn't necessary. Maybe you can cut down next time. Coffee shop spent somewhere along here. Coffee, maybe you can cut down $68 a month on coffee, right? So it will help you see where most of your money is going towards, and maybe help you identify items that you can actually cut down, so you can either save more money and invest it, or just simply save more money and buy something bigger, right? And once again, all the accounts. And there's also a nice feature over here that I love to see. So here you're going to see your total savings, your total amount invested, and then any other allocations that you might have. And then over here, you're going to see your total debts and your total loans. And then towards the end over here, you will be able to see your net worth. And if you need a detailed breakdown of your net worth, you can come here under spendings and trends, and then you can come and hit on the tab that says net worth, and then voila, you see how much you have in assets, how much you have in debt, and then your total net worth. So according to this dummy account, this person has a net worth of minus $299,204, which means their debt is exceeding the amount of assets that they have. So I just figure it's something nice to have, so that way you know where your money is being allocated, and help you build a better relationship with your money. At the same time, included in the $24.95 membership, there's also access to identity fraud insurance, which on average costs $30 a month. But because you're part of this membership, it comes as part of it, and you can just simply activate the insurance, and it's completely free. You don't need to pay for an additional premium. The identity fraud insurance is part of your membership of $24.95, and it will cover you up to $1 million in identity fraud. And it also provides you full coverage for your whole family. And once again, it's free for your membership. All you got to do is activate it. Here, I already activated it in the account, but just to give you a gist of it, this is how it looks like. Identity fraud insurance, and then the limits of the insurance, and yada yada, everything you need to read will be available right here in the account. So once again, you're getting a great deal with this tool. Not only would you have everything in a one-stop shop, you will be able to use it to better manage all of your accounts, build a better relationship with money, have access to score simulators, so that way you are prepared before you even get to spend the money, or you can, get a sense of how much your credit score could increase if you choose to pay down debt. And in addition to that, you're going to get access to all 3 reports from all credit bureaus on a monthly basis, and also access to a complimentary insurance for identity fraud for up to $1 million. All of it for $24.95. So for those who are interested, just make sure you access the link, the invitation link right here on the screen, or you can just simply click on the description box down below and get access to the membership. So hopefully you find this useful and enjoy the offer that we negotiated for you right here. Enjoy. Take care. Bye-bye.